Hello, today we have an ATX case here, which is pretty decent and I like it. Anyway, I'm just going to tell you about the basic components so you've got a rough idea of what is on the back. I know this may be for computer novices, but I hope it will be helpful. Right, to start off with, we've got the power unit, PSU, which is here. Includes a smallish fan in there to keep it cool. Moving on, we have another fan here to keep the internal parts cool. Then we have what we call a PSU port here, which is good for mouses and keyboards. Then we have USB, which is quite simple. Basically, most people know about them. You can plug virtually anything into them, including toys. Then we have HDMI, which is used for connected to LCDs or TVs or anything like that. Brilliant for putting a film on a big screen if you need to. Then we've got DVI, which is a digital port which you can connect a monitor up to. Digital obviously means it's better quality. The VGA old port is still integrated because it's used by many businesses, but basically it's an analog signal, so it's still not as good as DVI. It's not as good as HDMI either. More USB ports here. Then we've got Ethernet port here, which is great for networking, connecting up to a router for wireless internet. Generally you can hook it up to any sort of router device with a cable. So if you're having any problems with wireless technology and you need to get it set up over the internet before you get wireless working, that's the best way to go. Connect it up. Anyway, moving on, we have other devices and other ports to show. Basically, we've got what you might call ports for your music, really, which tends to be green. You can put a 3.5mm jack in there for your speakers. The pink one tends to be for a microphone, so if you've got a nice microphone you want to use for Skype, that's ideal. Moving on is we've got a graphic card here, which includes similar ports to what you saw on the motherboard, which is further. This is all the motherboard basically on here. The graphic card has similar ports. We've got DVI, we've got HDMI, and we've got the old VGA. Basically, it's only 1GB graphic card, but it's good enough for my needs. If you're a serious gamer, you might want a big one, that basically the size of 2 ports in one. They are expensive. You're talking around £250–300 for a good one. And then obviously you can buy a separate sound card like I have done here, which has similar ports to what your motherboard has. Basically a separate sound card, which is PCI, tends to be basically a lot better in quality, better signal, and gives you better sound at the end of the day. Going back to the graphic card, obviously this is an express card. You need to make sure when you're buying one that it is express, because modern day motherboards support express. Some people are selling older ones like the old PCI as Voodoos, as well as the old AGP, Advanced Graphics Port, but those things are not used anymore. It's all express cards. On this particular machine you may see another PCI card here. That's just the old Firewire, which has been basically made redundant now with USB 3 and other technologies that have come out. So that's the basics, and I'll show you the inside of this machine, and hope you enjoy this video.